Welcome to Lucky Fortune English. I'm Vincent, and we're diving deep into some fascinating stuff today. We're all about exploring those listener-submitted sources, and today it's all about you, Leos.
I'm Jenny, and I'm excited to kind of unravel what the stars have in store, specifically for all you Leos out there focusing on love and career in 2025.
Okay, so let's unpack this. The source material paints 2025 as a powerful year for Leos. It's not just about shining bright, it's about reclaiming your power, stepping back into the spotlight, especially after some possible challenges in previous years.
Yeah. What's fascinating here is this recurring theme of clarity and control. This isn't just about random luck. It's about Leos taking the reins and shaping their destinies. There's also a strong emphasis on reevaluation, particularly in relationships.
So it's about stepping into your power, but also being really intentional about the path you choose right. Now let's get specific. Starting with career, things seem to kick off with a bang between March 3rd and May 10th. This period is highlighted as a time of sudden opportunities, especially in April and May. We're talking about those pinch me am I dreaming kind of chances.
Right.
It might even seem too good to be true.
Right. This early surge in career prospects is attributed to the combined influence of Mercury and Jupiter. Think of Mercury as the cosmic messenger, facilitating communication and new connections, while Jupiter expands those opportunities, bringing luck and abundance. The source material encourages Leos to think big during this time. Be receptive to those unusual, out-of-the-box chances.
So it's not just about saying yes to everything, but recognizing those opportunities that have the potential to reshape your career trajectory right. It almost feels like this initial period sets the stage for a much larger transformation that unfolds throughout the year.
Absolutely. What's interesting here is that it's not just about passively waiting for opportunities to come knocking. This period calls for Leos to step outside their comfort zones, to actively seek those growth opportunities that align with their evolving aspirations.
So action is key, but what comes after this initial wave of opportunity?
From June 26th to September 2nd, the energy shifts. This period focuses on reaping the rewards of your efforts, especially those bold moves you made earlier in the year. Think leadership roles, promotions, or even starting your own venture. It's about stepping into a position of authority and guiding others with your unique Leo flair.
Now, what kind of planetary influences are at play during this time? Is it still Jupiter and Mercury driving this success?
This time, it's Saturn and Neptune lending their support. Saturn, known for structure and discipline, provides the stability and foundation needed for long-term success. It helps Leos build a solid framework for their ambitions. But Saturn also comes with challenges. It tests our resilience and commitment, pushing us to prove ourselves worthy of the rewards we seek.
So it's not just handed to you on a silver platter. You have to work for it, prove your dedication. What about Neptune? How does it play into this mix?
Neptune brings in a dose of intuition and creativity. It encourages Leos to trust their gut feelings and tap into their inner wisdom when making decisions. However, Neptune can also make things a bit hazy, blurring the lines between reality and illusion. It's important to be mindful of this influence, to avoid getting lost in wishful thinking or unrealistic expectations.
So it's a balancing act, right? Harnessing that Saturnian drive and discipline while also staying connected to your intuition and not letting those Neptunian illusions lead you astray.
Exactly. The source specifically cautions against letting pride get in the way during this period. It's a reminder to stay humble, to acknowledge your limitations, and be open to feedback and guidance from others.
It's about channeling that natural Leo confidence, but not letting it turn into arrogance or a refusal to learn and grow. So what's the final stage of this career journey in 2025? After you've put in the work, faced the challenges, and hopefully reaped some rewards, where do things go from there?
The final act unfolds from October 29th, stretching all the way into early 2026. This is when those professional connections, the networks you've built, become invaluable. This period is all about expansion and visibility. It's a time for Leos to step onto a larger stage, to showcase their talents, connect with a wider audience.
So those networking events and professional relationships you've cultivated throughout the year really start to pay off here.
Precisely. This period is particularly auspicious for Leos seeking international collaborations, exploring new markets, expanding their reach beyond their usual circles.
It seems like 2025 is urging Leos to think bigger, bolder, and break free from any limitations they might have placed upon themselves.
Absolutely. This final phase is not just about external expansion, it's also about a boost in confidence and self-esteem. As Leos witness the fruits of their labor and receive recognition for their contributions, their self-belief solidifies, setting the stage for continued success in the years to come.
Wow, that's quite a journey. It's not just about climbing the ladder, it's about a complete transformation, both professionally and personally. So for all you Leos out there, 2025 is shaping up to be a year of major career growth and evolution. Taking risks, trusting your instincts, and cultivating a strong network are key themes to keep in mind.
But remember, a fulfilling life isn't just about career. Let's shift gears and dive into the love forecast for Leos in 2025. It seems the year kicks off with a burst of romantic energy as Venus enters Aries from February 4th to June 6th.
Now, Venus is the planet of love, beauty, and attraction. So what does it mean for Leos when Venus is in fiery, energetic Aries?
This transit infuses Leos with an irresistible charm, a heightened desire for a romantic adventure. It's a time when sparks fly easily, and there's a palpable increase in attraction and passion. For single Leos, this could mean meeting someone new who ignites their soul, someone who embodies that bold, independent Aries spirit.
So those quiet nights in might turn into spontaneous dates and exciting encounters. It sounds like a pretty thrilling time to be a single Leo. But what about those already in a relationship? How does Venus and Aries affect those dynamics?
For those coupled up, this transit can reignite the flame, bringing back that initial spark, reminding you of the reasons you fell in love in the first place. It encourages spontaneity, playful dates, a renewed sense of passion within the relationship. However, it's crucial to channel this energy constructively.
So it's about adding some spice to the relationship, but making sure it doesn't turn into unnecessary drama or conflict.
Exactly. The source emphasizes the importance of staying true to yourself amidst all this heightened attraction. It's about enjoying the excitement but not losing sight of your values and long-term goals.
So it's about having fun, but also being mindful of the bigger picture, right?
Right.
Now, you mentioned this period lasts until June 6th. What happens after that? Does the romantic energy fizzle out? Or are there more exciting transits on the horizon?
Oh, there's definitely more excitement in store, especially as we approach the peak of Leo season. From August 25th to September 19th, Venus graces its home sign of Leo, and this is when things get really interesting.
Venus in Leo. That sounds powerful. What kind of energy can Leos expect during this transit?
Imagine Venus, the goddess of love, adorned in all her finery, confidently strutting her stuff in her own domain. This is Venus at her most radiant and alluring, amplifying all those lovely Venusian qualities: love, beauty, harmony, and of course, romance.
So it's like Venus is turning up the volume on all things love and relationships for Leos.
Exactly. This period is highlighted as a unique opportunity for finding lasting love or indulging in passionate encounters. It's a time when hearts are open, connections deepen, and grand romantic gestures abound.
But it's not just about fleeting romances, right? There's potential for something more meaningful and enduring.
Absolutely. The source suggests that the energy during this Venus in Leo transit is incredibly potent and can lead to profound connections, soulmate encounters, or even decisions to solidify existing partnerships.
Wow, it sounds like a truly magical time for matters of the heart. But we've talked about staying true to yourself and being intentional with your choices throughout the year. Does that apply here as well?
Absolutely. While this transit offers incredible opportunities for love and connection, the source emphasizes the importance of making conscious choices. It's about aligning your actions with your deepest desires, ensuring that your romantic pursuits lead to genuine happiness and fulfillment.
So amidst all the romance and passion, Leos still need to be discerning and ensure their choices are in alignment with their long-term goals and values. It's about finding that sweet spot between following your heart and listening to your head.
Precisely. This transit isn't just about falling head over heels. It's about embracing the transformative power of love with intention and clarity. It's a time to ask yourself, what kind of love do I truly desire? What values are non-negotiable? And what steps can I take to create a love life that reflects my authentic self?
Okay, so we've covered the early year flirtations with Venus in Aries and the peak love season with Venus in Leo. Is there anything else in store for Leos romantically in 2025? Are there any other planetary influences we need to be aware of?
There's one more intriguing period worth noting, and it falls towards the end of the year, from November 30th to December 24th. This time, it's Venus's transit through Scorpio that adds a unique twist to the romantic landscape.
Now, Scorpio is known for its intensity, passion, and a touch of mystery. What does it mean for Leos when Venus enters this sign?
This transit brings a depth and intensity to relationships. encouraging Leos to explore their desires on a deeper level. It's a time for soulful connections, intimate conversations, a willingness to delve beneath the surface.
So those lighthearted summer flings might evolve into something more profound and emotionally charged.
Exactly. This transit can transform casual connections into something more meaningful, pushing Leos to confront their vulnerabilities and desires with greater honesty. It's a time for intimacy, both physical and emotional.
So it's not necessarily about grand romantic gestures or whirlwind romances, but rather a focus on deepening existing bonds and exploring the intricacies of your desires.
Precisely. This transit can also revitalize existing relationships that may have become stagnant or routine. It encourages couples to communicate their needs more openly, to rediscover their passion, to reconnect on a deeper, more soulful level.
It sounds like a time for both reflection and action in relationships. Reflecting on what's working, what needs to change, and then taking those courageous steps to create the kind of love you truly desire.
You've got it. What's fascinating about this transit is that it has the potential to bring unexpected romantic possibilities through unconventional avenues.
Unconventional avenues, like what? We're talking about meeting someone at a pottery class or while volunteering at an animal shelter?
It could be something like that. This transit might lead you to connect with someone through shared interests, community involvement, or even a chance encounter that defies all expectations. It's a reminder that love can blossom in the most unexpected places when we're open to the possibilities.
So keep your eyes peeled, Leos. Love might be lurking around the corner in the most surprising of places. But remember, it's not just about finding someone new. It's about approaching all your relationships with intention and authenticity. Whether you're single, coupled up, or somewhere in between, this transit encourages you to cultivate the kind of love that truly nourishes your soul.
Absolutely. This transit isn't about conforming to societal expectations or settling for a love that doesn't align with your true self. It's about embracing your desires, communicating your needs, creating a love life that reflects your values and aspirations.
Wow, this is a lot to take in. We've explored the big picture for Leos in 2025, the detailed career forecast with its 3 distinct phases of opportunity, growth, and expansion, and now this roller coaster ride of love predictions with its emphasis on passion, intention, and depth.
Now we're just getting started.
I know, right? Stay tuned because in part 2, we'll be diving even deeper into some of the nuances and advice offered in this astrological forecast. We'll explore how these predictions might play out in your life and what you can do to make the most of the energies at play.
It's all about empowering you to make the most of 2025, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to our deep dive into your 2025 astrological forecast.
We're picking up where we left off, exploring those exciting possibilities and potential challenges that await all you Leos out there. We've already talked about those overarching themes, stepping into your power, seeking clarity, reevaluating relationships.
Right. We've also mapped out those key periods for both career and love, those cosmic windows of opportunity where specific planetary influences are at play. Now let's zoom in on some of the advice and nuances woven into these predictions.
Okay, so something that really stuck with me is this recurring theme of sudden opportunities that pop up, especially in the career realm. It's like the universe is throwing open doors you didn't even know existed. The source even mentions that these opportunities might seem almost unbelievable at first. It's not just about being in the right place at the right time. It's about recognizing those chances that have the potential to catapult you forward.
What's fascinating here is that it speaks to the importance of staying open-minded and adaptable. It's almost like the universe is testing your willingness to embrace the unexpected. Are you ready to pivot, to step outside your comfort zone and seize those opportunities that might initially feel a bit unsettling?
That's a great point. It's about having the courage to say yes to the unknown, even if it challenges your existing plans or pushes you beyond your perceived limitations. It's about trusting that the universe has a bigger plan for you, even if you can't quite see the whole picture just yet.
This is where that signature Leo courage and confidence come into play. But it's not just about blindly looping into the unknown. It's about recognizing those opportunities that resonate with your soul, those that align with your deepest desires and long-term aspirations.
So it's about being discerning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not just saying yes to everything, but really evaluating which opportunities have the potential to lead to genuine fulfillment and growth.
Absolutely. It's about trusting your instincts, your gut feeling. Which opportunities feel exciting? Which ones light you up and make you feel truly alive? Those are the ones worth exploring, even if they come with a dose of uncertainty.
And it seems like this willingness to embrace new beginnings is a recurring theme throughout the year. whether it's in your career, your relationships, or even your overall outlook on life. 2025 is urging Leos to shed those old patterns and embrace the unknown with open arms.
You've hit the nail on the head. It's about stepping outside that comfort zone, experimenting and discovering new facets of yourself along the way. It's a year for growth, expansion, and transformation on all levels.
Now, you mentioned earlier the importance of professional connections, especially during that final expansion phase in late 2025. It's not just about what you know. It's about who you know right.
Absolutely. This isn't just about collecting business cards or attending every networking event. It's about cultivating genuine relationships, surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and support your growth. It's about finding your tribe, those who resonate with your values and vision.
So quality over quantity when it comes to connections.
Exactly. It's about investing in those relationships that feel mutually beneficial, where there's a sense of reciprocity and shared purpose.
And I think that applies to personal relationships as well. It's about surrounding yourself with people who uplift you, who celebrate your wins and offer support during those inevitable challenges.
Yes, absolutely. Who are the people who make you feel seen and understood, who encourage you to be your best self? Those are the connections worth nurturing in 2025.
Now, speaking of relationships, the love forecast definitely caught my attention. There's
Yeah.
a lot of talk about heightened attraction, passion, and those can't keep your hands off each other kind of vibes.
You're right.
Um,
It does seem like an exciting year for Leos in the romance department. But amidst all those fireworks, the source reminds us to stay true to ourselves.
right. It's easy to get swept up in the whirlwind of romance and lose sight of what truly matters.
It's about remembering your non-negotiables, those values and qualities that are essential for you in a partner. It's about being honest with yourself about what you truly desire and not settling for a love that doesn't align with your authentic self.
It's like that saying, don't lower your standards, just raise your radar.
I love that. And that discernment is especially important during those peak periods of romantic energy, like that August-September timeframe when Venus is in Leo.
You mentioned earlier that this is a unique opportunity, a time when Leos have the chance to manifest their deepest desires in love. But it also sounds like a time that requires careful consideration.
Exactly. It's not about rushing into anything blindly or letting those intense emotions dictate your actions. It's about channeling that passionate energy wisely, making choices that will lead to long-term happiness and fulfillment.
So it's about balancing that fiery Leo passion with a dose of practicality and self-awareness.
Precisely. This transit isn't just about following your heart. It's about integrating your heart's desires with your head's wisdom. It's about making choices that honor your values, your needs, your long-term vision for your love life.
Okay, so we've talked about opportunities, challenges, and the importance of staying true to yourself. But amidst all this excitement and potential, there's also a need for balance and discernment. Are there any other nuggets of wisdom Leo should keep in mind as they navigate 2025?
There's one more piece of advice that I found particularly relevant, especially given the ambitious nature of the year ahead. Remember that caution against letting pride get in the way. During that June-September period when Saturn is testing your resilience and commitment.
Yes, the time for stepping into leadership roles and reaping the rewards of your hard work, but also a time for humility and recognizing that you don't have all the answers.
Exactly. It's a reminder that even with all this success and recognition coming your way, true leadership comes from a place of service and a willingness to learn and grow. It's about embracing those challenges as opportunities for personal evolution.
It's about recognizing that there's always room for improvement,
Yeah.
that you can always learn something new. And that feedback, even if it's tough to hear, can be incredibly valuable for your growth.
And I think that ties back to that theme of reevaluation we mentioned earlier. 2025 is a year for Leos to step into their power, but also to reflect on their values, their purpose, how they want to show up in the world. It's a year for refining your leadership style, for finding a balance between confidence and humility.
It's about leading with both your heart and your head, recognizing that both intuition and strategy are essential for success.
Beautifully said. And remember, this forecast is just a guide. It's up to each individual Leo to take this information, use it to create their own unique path.
It's like having a cosmic map, but you get to choose which roads to travel, which detours to take, and which destinations to prioritize.
And what an exciting journey it promises to be. 2025 is overflowing with possibilities for Leos to embrace their full potential, both personally and professionally.
But hold on, there's one more crucial aspect of this forecast we haven't explored yet. Something that could either amplify those successes or create some serious roadblocks depending on how it's handled.
Intriguing. You've piqued my curiosity. What is this make or break element that we've yet to uncover?
Well, let's just say it involves a specific set of dates and a planetary alignment that could shake things up in a big way for Leos, especially when it comes to love and relationships.
Okay, you've definitely got me hooked. Stay tuned, folks, because we'll be revealing all in part 3 of this deep dive. You won't want to miss it.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into your 2025 astrological forecast. We've explored the big picture, those career highlights, and those romantic possibilities that await all you Leos out there.
And we've also touched on the importance of staying true to yourself, embracing those new beginnings, navigating those periods of heightened energy with intention and awareness.
But as I hinted at in the last part, there's one more piece of the puzzle we need to examine, one that could make or break all those grand ambitions for 2025.
Yes, that mysterious element you said could either amplify those successes or throw a wrench in the works, especially when it comes to matters of the heart.
Precisely. Remember those dates I mentioned earlier? November 30th to December 24th. This period, right before the holiday season kicks into high gear, is when Venus transits through Scorpio.
Ah, yes, the time for deep connections, intense encounters, exploring those hidden desires. But you're suggesting this transit might not be all smooth sailing for Leos.
Not necessarily. While this transit can certainly deepen intimacy and bring those soul-to-soul connections, it also has the potential to stir up some drama, especially for Leos, who haven't been completely honest with themselves or their partners.
So it's like this transit is shining a spotlight on those hidden issues, those unspoken resentments or unmet needs that might have been simmering beneath the surface.
Exactly. Scorpio is all about uncovering those hidden truths, those shadow aspects of ourselves and our relationships. And Venus, the planet of love and harmony, isn't afraid to stir the pot a little when it travels through this intense sign.
So it's a time for radical honesty, both with yourself and with your partner. It's about facing those uncomfortable truths and having those difficult conversations, even if it feels a bit scary or vulnerable.
It's about ripping off the Band-Aid, so to speak,
Hmm.
and addressing those underlying issues that might be hindering true intimacy and connection.
But this transit isn't just about dredging up past hurts or dwelling in negativity. It's also about transformation and healing.
So how can Leos navigate this potentially turbulent period in a way that leads to growth and stronger relationships rather than unnecessary drama or heartache?
The key is to approach this transit with conscious awareness, a willingness to embrace vulnerability. It's about recognizing that true intimacy requires honesty, both with yourself and your partner. It's about being willing to face your fears, to express your needs, and to listen with an open heart.
It's about creating a safe space for open and honest communication, a space where both partners feel heard and understood, even if those conversations bring up some uncomfortable truths.
Exactly. This transit can be incredibly transformative for relationships if both partners are willing to do the work. It's about moving beyond superficial connections, creating a bond that's built on authenticity, trust, a deep understanding of each other's needs and desires.
So it's not about avoiding conflict or pretending everything is perfect. It's about leaning into those challenges, using them as opportunities to strengthen the relationship and deepen the connection.
Beautifully said. Now remember, dear listeners, this is just one interpretation of this particular transit. Astrology is a complex and nuanced language, and there are many layers to explore within your own unique birth chart.
Absolutely. This deep dive has given you a glimpse into the astrological landscape of 2025, highlighting those key periods of opportunity and growth, as well as those potential challenges that might arise. But ultimately, you are the author of your own story.
These astrological insights are like signposts along the way, offering guidance, illuminating potential paths. But it's up to you to choose which direction you want to go, which opportunities you want to seize, how you want to navigate those inevitable challenges.
It's about taking this information and using it to empower yourself, to make choices that are aligned with your values, your vision for your life.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the 2025 Leo forecast. We hope this has given you some insights into what might be coming your way.
And remember to subscribe for more deep dives on topics that matter to you. Until next time, stay curious, embrace the possibilities, and keep shining bright.
See you again.